Hi everybody, it's me Sergio. I'm with Mobility Direct. Welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Jazzy Ultra Light by Pride Mobility. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and a lot more. But before we get started, let's tune into some epic action shots. All right, folks, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those action shots. So again, today we're going to talk about the Jazzy Ultra Light. I've got my specification sheet, my measuring tape, and we're going to dive right into things. But first, like always, I do have to tell you about our free product catalog. If you want a copy, it has our latest products, discount codes, and a ton of information about our company. Go to our website, mobilitydirect.com. Click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog. Fill out the simple short form and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. You could also just call the number below, speak with one of our friendly non-commissioned sales experts, give them your address, and they'll process the request for you by phone, or just click right there at the top right-hand corner where it says Get Free Catalog. So with that being said, let's dive right into things. Now, for the sake of not making this video too long, I'm not going to go over every single specification. I do have the spec sheet here and it's on our website. So if you want to see full specifications, wait till the very end of the video. I'll throw them on the screen so you can pause and look through them, take your time, or you can click right there at the top right-hand corner where it says See Full Specs. It'll take you to the specification sheet on our website. Let's talk about what I do like about this chair. Number one, it has an overall weight of 33 pounds when you remove the battery, and it's made with carbon fiber, so it's extremely durable, very strong material, and it has a really comfortable seat that's wider than most folding power wheelchairs, right? Most folding models are going to be super small, minimalistic on the features because they want to save weight and make it as light as possible. Not with this chair. On the Jazzy Ultra Light, you get a full-size 18 by 18 inch seat. So come check this thing out. We're gonna come close with the camera here. And what's nice is that it comes with this ergonomic it's like a memory foam kind of cushion that comes out. So if you don't wanna use that one, you could sit on this breathable mesh for the top and the bottom. So the backrest has that breathable mesh and so does the seat. So what does that mean? Well, in warmer states, it's gonna have airflow and it's gonna not make you sweat as much. I don't know if you're like me, I'm sweating right now. I sweat easily. These types of backs, the fabric breathable mesh makes a world of difference in the hotter, more humid state. So again, 18 inches wide, 18 inches deep. Most folding power chairs, from what I've seen, are gonna be at most 17 by 17, most of the time 16 by 16. By the way, folks, at the end of this video, if you pay close attention, there's gonna be a hidden message on the screen that gives you access to a special discount code. It's gonna save you a lot of money on your purchase. Also, the footrest is large compared to the other folding power wheelchairs that are made with a really lightweight, kind of material like the carbon fiber, like the Jazzy Carbon, for example, has a smaller foot plate. This one's about 12 inches wide and going from the back to the front about 10 inches deep. It does flip up. And the one most notable thing about this is the carbon fiber frame throughout. You also have full suspension on the front two casters. Check out those suspension coils, pretty nice. Now it does come with a seatbelt. The armrests flip up and it's really easy to switch out the joystick from the left to the right side. Probably the easiest that I've ever seen. All you have to do is loosen up this knob right here, disconnect this cable, and it pops right out. So what I can do real quick, just to show you how easy it is, take out the cup holder that comes complimentary with it, put it on the right side, tighten that up, put this one on the left side, the joystick, and then you just have to simply route the cable And that's pretty easy too. So look, let's see how long it takes me. We're gonna take the cable, unhook it from these little plastic rings. We're gonna come in close with the camera just to show you one of them. It's just a little plastic like U. So it's flexible, right? So there's one there, one here. We're gonna just kind of show you where it fishes through. Another one down here. And then at this point, there's one more here. Got that one? At this point, it's ready to be transferred over from the position that it was in. Oh, there's one more. But essentially, once that's done, you just reroute it on the other side. It has the same amount of clips on both sides. So this is making it very user-friendly. You don't need to hire a technician that's gonna charge you an arm and a leg just to switch it out. There we go. So I'm already ready to go. I've swapped the orientation of the joystick. All right, something else that I really like about this chair is the fact that it has 10.7-inch drive tires and they're perforated. So we're gonna come in close here and show you what that means and talk about it. So the perforated tires, you've got holes on the tires and that kind of works as a shock absorption system. So it's like suspension on the rear and that's what's gonna give it an ultra smooth ride. Something else that's pretty awesome are the motors. These motors are extremely powerful. You've got two motors and they have the automatic brake lever. So if you need to put it in neutral mode to push the unit when the battery runs out, or if the battery's not installed, you can push it like a normal wheelchair and it's gonna be in neutral mode. But you do need to have the brake levers in the upward position in order for the motors to work. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. So the motors on these things are super powerful. We've tested this chair among all the other folding chairs that are the top sellers, same in-class models. This one performs the best, not only on grass, but off-road and on inclines. Okay, so we're gonna throw a little tidbit of that on the screen for a second. I encourage you to check that video out if you wanna see which folding power wheelchairs are gonna be the best for off-roading and inclines. So if you're going on a vacation, and you're gonna be encountering off-road terrain like cobblestone, or if you're going on the gangway on a cruise ship, you know those inclines can be pretty steep. This is gonna be the most powerful option out of all the folding models in its class. Now, something else that's really not like important, but cool is the light on the rear here. So I'm gonna turn the power chair on really quick. The light on the back, I don't know why, but I just like that. They've got the Pride logo that lights up white, and then it's like brake lights on each side when you stop using it and the automatic brakes kick in. You can hear the brakes clicking on and off. I'm gonna put the mic close here. So that clicking, when I let go of the throttle, and when I touch it, it is the brake system turning on and turning off. So that's perfectly normal. Don't worry about that. And I only mention that because a lot of customers get concerned when they hear that clicking, and that's perfectly normal. By the way, I don't know if you've seen our YouTube channel, but we have a ton of tutorial videos, unboxing, review videos, comparison videos. Take the time to subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed. I promise you're gonna love our videos. We have more videos than any other dealer out there. And if you subscribe and you leave a comment on any video, you're automatically entered into our giveaway program. So if you have a question, leave it in the comment section. We will answer it within 1 business day. You can tell us you like the video, you don't like the video. Either way, if you subscribe and you comment, you're automatically entered into our giveaway. We give away mobility scooters, power wheelchairs all the time to random people who subscribe and leave a comment. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and you could be the next lucky winner like the last few winners you're seeing on the screen now. All right, so obviously one of the things that makes this model special is the fact that it folds. And it folds very easily. And I'm gonna show you what I mean. Now with this particular model, one of the things I don't like about it is that you should really take the seat cushion off when you're folding it. Other models, you don't have to do that. It's not a big deal, but it is one of the cons that I would like to mention. And it really shouldn't prevent you from getting this chair because it has way more pros than it has cons. Now on the back here, you've got a little red lever. You push it down and it now is ready to fold. All I'm doing is pushing down on the back rest, or the handle along the back rest at the top rather, and it clicks into place. So now it's locked. And I love that because the other models don't lock into position and it makes it really awkward when it's folded and it's not locked together. It starts to open as you start to lift it and stand it up. which brings me to my next point. It's got these little kickstand wheels, so it can roll around on the kickstand wheels and the anti-tip wheels, so you can move it around while it's folded. Let's say you have it in a cruise ship and you want to tuck it into the closet or move it onto the side of the bed. You don't have a lot of room. That's nice. You don't have to lift it up, right? Something else that you can do here to make it even more compact is fold the foot plate down. So now it's got a really compact shape and overall footprint. And when it's folded, you might be wondering, is it going to fit in the trunk of my car? Well, that depends on how big the trunk of your car is. If you have an SUV, pretty much guaranteed it's going to fit. Now, if you have a really small car with a small trunk, that's where the folded dimensions are going to matter. Now, unfortunately, Pride Mobility doesn't provide the folded dimensions, but we're going to find out and give you a rough estimate here. So the overall height when you take out the armrest, which is going to be at this point, we're going to take it out just to see. And I recommend doing this. It takes no time at all. When you're putting it in the trunk of your car, remove the joystick so that in case you're taking a turn and this thing topples over or gets banged around in the back of your trunk, you're not going to damage your joystick, which is one of the more important parts and the more expensive parts if you damage it. So if you take the joystick out and the cup holder, the height is going to be about 31.5 inches. Now the width, it's looking like the front part that holds the foot plate sticks out the most. So I'm going to measure from about here to the back of the backrest, and that's about 20, I would say about 21.5 inches, okay? So you've got a pretty compact shape there as far as the height and the depth. Now the width is going to be, looks like we're going to be from wheel to wheel. So the overall width when folded is going to be about 23.5 inches. So folded dimensions there for you. And to unfold it, again, I'd recommend when you're folding it, take the cup holder and the armrest joystick out rather. I'm going to put it back in and unfold it. Now, before I do that, I want to demonstrate what it's like to take the battery out. Okay, the battery's right here. We're going to come in closer with the camera. There's a handle on the front of the battery. So the battery's right here. And check this out. There's a little button there. So this button right here, if you push it, it's on the battery box. It tells you how much charge the battery has. So it has its built-in meter. That's pretty cool. Obviously, on the joystick, it also has that. We'll talk about that in a second. But you see this little clip right here this little clip right here, though, is what you need to engage to pull the battery out. So with the battery removed, it's going to weigh 33 pounds. So I'm going to put that to the side. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sergio, you're a young man with muscles, and you're probably going to have no problem carrying that. And you're right. Unfortunately, I don't have paid actors or actresses that can demonstrate what it's like to pick this up. But I will tell you there is a little secret that I've learned over the years when it comes to picking up this chair. By using leverage, it's going to make it a lot easier. So I'm going to throw it on the screen. Our famous Uncle Chuck demonstrated this secret. There are some handles on the chair. What you could do is grab those handles, lean it against your hip or your thighs, and now you're using leverage to get it in the trunk of your car instead of doing this. That's hard, even for me, okay? Doesn't matter which chair you have. 33 pounds, 30 pounds, it's kind of hard to deadlift that and put it into a trunk of the car. But if you're tilting it and using leverage like you see on the screen now, it makes it a heck of a lot easier. So keep that in mind. I hope that's helpful for you. Whether you have this chair or any other chair, most models, they have some part on the frame that you can grab onto and use that leverage hack that I just told you about. All right, so let's unfold it. To unfold this model, you're gonna get it down on its wheels, and then I'm gonna have to turn it around to show you. There's a little red tab here. So check it out. Right here, you see where it says push? That little tab, you push it, and now we're gonna back away with the camera. As you push it, it unlocks. That's it. Easy. Now, let's go ahead and put the battery back in and talk about some of the specs regarding the battery, because that is really important. It is a TSA approved battery. It's a lithium battery. It is 25.2 volts, 10 amp hour, which gives it a 252 watt hour rating. Most airlines have a 300 maximum watt-hour rating, so this will be fine to travel with by plane. Now, if you've never traveled with a power wheelchair by plane, I highly recommend checking out our documentary where the CEO of our company, Andrew, takes a power wheelchair on an airplane ride, tells you exactly what to expect from start to finish, from checking it in, from registering your travel chair with a tag so that it's ready to go when you get to the front entrance doors of the plane. They will gate check it like a baby stroller. They'll take it down to a special area on the plane that's designated for strollers and wheelchairs. As soon as you get off the plane, the chair is going to be waiting for you. I'm going to put the link to that video in the top right-hand corner of the screen so you can check it out if you want to learn what it's like to travel with a power wheelchair. It's super easy to do as long as you educate yourself with that video. Now let's talk about the range. On a full charge, you're going to get about 8 miles with this battery. Now there is another battery you can purchase, which is the upgraded battery. That one's not airline friendly, but you can get like over 16 miles on a full charge. In my opinion, that's probably not necessary. It's very hard to do over 8 miles in one day. I've done a whole day at a theme park on a scooter that only goes 8 miles, and the battery was pretty much still full at the end of a full day at the theme park. You're not going the full, the whole day nonstop full speed. You're doing a lot of stopping and going most of the time. I would recommend if you're going out of town, pick up an extra travel-friendly TSA-approved, airline-approved battery instead of getting the upgraded battery. That's just my opinion. But again, 8 miles on the standard flight-approved battery or just over 16 with the upgraded battery, which is a paid upgrade, by the way. So let's go ahead and put this battery back in and show you that process. We're going to come in close with the camera a little bit here and show you. There's a little kind of groove on the bottom left and right side of the battery. This is where the terminals meet the other part of the battery. By the way, there's a charging port here on the battery box, so you can charge the battery while it's disconnected. And that's nice too, especially if you have a spare battery, you can charge it while you're on the go. You don't have to charge it at home while it's plugged into the unit. There is a charging port as well right here on the joystick underneath. You see that little 3-pin connector? That's for the charger, and we'll show you how that hooks up in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this in. The grooves here need to line up with the hooks on the left-hand side right next to the red tab. So you just line it up and it clicks into place. That hard click is nice. That lets you know that it's locked into place. All right, folks, so here's the charger. Make sure if you buy this unit, you charge it overnight before using it. That's really important. And make sure to charge it regularly if you're using it all the time. So on the charger, I've got it plugged into the wall. The first light at the top that says power is lit up in red. The bottom light's not on because it's not plugged in. There's a 3-pin barrel connector known as an XLR cable. And on the joystick on the front, we showed you there's a yellow connector end, the female end. Just line up the 3 pins with the 3 holes, plug it in, and now the bottom light is red. When it's fully charged, it's going to turn green. It's that easy, folks. You can also use the charging port on the battery like we showed you earlier. All right, so to get in the chair, I like to flip up the armrest. You just hit that little red button, lift it up. I also like to flip up the foot plate and have the seatbelt unbuckled so that you can buckle yourself in for safety. Once you're in, you can use your heel, if you're capable of doing so, to flip down the foot plate and get yourself buckled in. So let's talk about how the joystick works. Safety first, we're buckled in. Now the joystick controller is just like any other joystick controller. There's a power button. We're gonna come in close. I'm gonna show you the power button. You tap that, the unit's gonna begin its sequence and it's on. There's a plus and a minus sign here. That controls the top speed. So it's kind of like a speed limiter. Now it's at the highest speed setting. Highest speed is going to be about 3.7 miles per hour, which is a very light, slow jogging pace. Definitely, it's going to outpace anybody that's walking. There is a buzzer, not a horn, even though it has a horn icon. It's a little buzzer. Very unimpressive, like all power chairs. If you want a big horn, you can get an aftermarket horn. We've done it, and we have a video showing that. Ready? But the joystick's pretty ergonomic, very straightforward. So with the joystick, if you don't know, I'm going to turn the speed down so that, if you're a first-time user, keep it at the slowest setting. And this is what you need to know about how a joystick works. If you go left or right on any joystick, it's going to orbit or spin in place. If you go right, it's going to spin clockwise. I'll demonstrate that. Right? So it's staying in one spot, spinning clockwise because I'm holding the joystick to the right side. Now, if I hit it left, it does the same thing counterclockwise. It just spins in place. Now, when you go forward on the joystick, it just goes forward. It doesn't spin. If you go back, it goes back. Now, if you go diagonal, it's going to kind of do a little bit of both, right? So if I go a little bit between diagonal forward and right, it's going to kind of start to take wide turns. So it does take a little bit of getting used to, but honestly, I mean, for most people, it doesn't take much time to get used to. You'll be comfortable with the control in no time. Like I said, keep it at the slowest setting. It's got a very, very good turning ability. Turning radius on this model is just over 33 inches, which means it takes about 33 inches to do a complete U-turn. So it's great for indoors if you have an apartment with not a lot of room. And it's really powerful, really comfortable. That's really what I love about this thing is the power, the comfort, the weight, how easy it is to use, and its turning ability. All right, now enough of the good stuff. Let's talk about what I don't like about it, okay? And that's gonna be starting off with the armrests. The armrests are made out of carbon fiber. There's no padding on them. Check this out. It's just a hard carbon fiber armrest. So if you're going to be here all day, I just feel like it's not as comfortable, and most power wheelchairs have some sort of padding right here. Now, yeah, you could put a little strip of some neoprene, double-sided kind of a pad of some sort from the hardware store, but I feel like if you're spending $3,000 on a power wheelchair, that should kind of be included. And that's my other con, right? The price is pretty high up there. $3,000 is a lot of money in today's economy, but it is made with carbon fiber, so I understand why it's priced at $3,000. Carbon fiber is a very expensive material. It also has suspension. It's got a lot of great features. There's been a lot of engineering, research, and innovation put into this model over the years to get it at 33 pounds. One other con about this chair is that it has no storage bag underneath the chair, underneath the seat. Most power wheelchairs do. Like all the ones behind me, you could see there's a little storage bag, a little basket where you can put your charger. There's really nothing here on this one. And, you know, it's not a huge deal. You could just put your backpack here and strap it to the backrest. But I feel like that was worth mentioning as a con. Something else that I'm a little bit disappointed in is the fact that it doesn't have a USB charging port. That's kind of the norm now. Almost all the power wheelchairs out there have a USB charging port built into the joystick, so you can plug a charging cable in and charge your phone. For a $3,000 top-of-the-line folding power wheelchair, I expected that. However, there is a little doohickey that you plug into the charging port, and it converts your charging port into a USB charging port, which we will include at no additional cost if you give us a call and talk with our non-commissioned sales expert. So you're not really missing out too much if you shop at Mobility Direct. Not only that, folks, we're one of the only dealers that's constantly giving away mobility scooters to veterans, to people that are homeless, and to people that just really need these things that can't afford them. So by shopping with Mobility Direct, you're contributing towards the cause of paying it forward. So here's one of those doohickeys. It plugs into the charging port. We're going to show you how that works really quick. You just literally plug it into the charging port right here. And now I've got a USB charging cable. We're going to plug that in. Here's my phone. Yes, it's an Android. Don't make fun of me, iPhone users. It can be used to charge your cell phone, your tablets, or any other USB-powered devices. All right, folks, well, we've talked about what I like about it, what I don't like about it. We've gone over the specs. And again, at the end of the video, I'm going to put all the specs on the screen, so stay tuned. Personally, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. It means so much to us that you're watching our videos, that you're engaging with our channel, that you're commenting, liking it. And the best way to show appreciation for our content is to share it on social media. So if you have Facebook, share it on your Facebook for others to see. And if you tell people about us, we'd also appreciate that too. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. Thanks so much for stopping by. Until next time, everybody, have a great day.